Hey, how you doing, St. Phillips? This is John Moores. I'm sorry that I can't be with you guys this week. It really bums me out. I really wanted to be there. You know, many of you might not know this, but I was on staff at St. Phillips for 10 years, from 1997 until 2007. And it was a great time for me. I learned a ton. I have great friendships. I had a wonderful time learning to lead and try things. And I think, you know, God just did some amazing things during that time in me and through me, and it was just a privilege and an honor. And I wish I could be with y'all. It's like coming to see family when I come back. I did want to mention I'm leading a ministry called Ripple Effects now. So when you see that on the bottom of the screen, you know what that is. I lead trips, like mission trips and weekend retreats and week-long camps. I do leadership stuff. So that's what Ripple Effects is all about. So I'm excited to spend this time with you and to hang out with you through this video, and I hope that it's awesome for you as well. So you're probably wondering, John, why are you in a winter coat and a hat? And the truth of it is that I'm here in my garage. I'm in the garage because it's the only quiet place in the whole stinking house that I could actually make a video. I mean, you know, just like you, my kids are home too, and we're all sequestered in our home, and so the only quiet place I could find was here, which is kind of crazy, but it's all good. I mean, this place is a good space to talk about hope. You know, hope is something that I'm hoping that we'll be able to teach you how to build, and what better place to learn how to build something than in a garage? I mean, this is the place where I build things. I mean, right behind me is my miter saw and my table, and that's where I build stuff. And so I'm hopeful that as we're here that you'll learn how to build hope as well. So right out of the gate, let me just ask you two questions that I'd like you to kind of process with whoever you're with. The first one is this: what is hope? What is it? And the second thing is, similarly, where does hope come from? Where do we get hope? So think about those things, hit pause, and then we'll come back and we'll keep moving forward. So as we get started, the best thing that we can do is just to define what hope is. Now, hope is thrown around in our culture all kinds of ways, and we use it pretty casually, but in the Bible, biblically, the word hope means something very different. And for those of us that know Jesus, those of us that are his disciples and follow him, hope is in our God. Hope is in Jesus Christ. And it is a confidence that we have that God is faithful, that he's faithful, and that he will complete the thing that he started, that he will finish the work that he's begun. And it goes even deeper than that. This idea of biblical hope comes from this notion that we have this deep, deep confidence, and in that confidence we can be patient, because we know that God is going to fulfill his promises, that he's going to do what he said he was going to do. And so we can be patient as these things play themselves out. Now, we use the word hope all sorts of ways every day. People say things like, I hope my team wins the Super Bowl, or I hope I get a raise, or I hope I get an A on the test. Or, I hope she says yes to my homecoming proposal. Or, I hope it doesn't rain today. I hope I don't get laid off of work. I hope that there's enough cleaning products at the grocery store. The use of hope in these ways is wishful thinking. And that's how most of us mean it when we say it. It's just simply wishful thinking. But biblical hope is not wishful thinking. It isn't waiting to see what happens and then hope that it turns out all right. To have biblical hope is to be anchored It's to be tethered, to be connected to what God says, and to be connected to his promises. That's biblical hope. And that's why when I say I have hope for the future, that I have hope for the future, that although there's illness right now, I do have hope for the future, it's because my hope is not just a possibility, but it's a certainty. And that certainty that God will deliver on everything that he says that he'll do gives me hope. And that's strong. And that can be counted on. And it anchors me and it sustains me. So in Psalm 130 verse 5, it says this. It says, I'm counting on the Lord. Yes, I'm counting on him. I have put my hope in his word. Let me read that again. I'm counting on the Lord. Yes, I'm counting on him. I have put my hope in his word. So I echo the words of Psalm 130 verse 5. You know, often I pray, hey God, I am counting on you, and I'm counting on your word that you will fulfill what you've said, that you'll do what you've said you'll do. And so we can look to the future with confidence that we are going to come face to face with Jesus. And if you've surrendered to Jesus as your Lord, there's nothing for you to fear. We don't have to fear that we could be unemployed. We don't have to fear that we might get sick. We don't have to fear that there might be a shortage of toilet paper, or that we could even die. We don't have to have those fears. We can have confidence that God, no matter what, that nothing is going to prevent God from being faithful to what he has said he's going to do. And we can have life with him. So let's take a break and let's just think about a few things for a minute. Consider these two questions. Number one, is your hope in God more like wishful thinking, or is it more like certainty? And then the second question is this. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high and 1 being low, how certain are you that God will deliver on all that he has promised? And then how does your score impact your hope? So think on those things for a little while, and then when you're ready, you can start the next video.